And Denise and Willow too. Good morning, Denise and Willow too. Denise, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm doing okay. Today is doctor day for me at the hematologist, so I'm nervous and anxious, of course. Didn't sleep well because I'm too anxious.
Yeah.
Didn't sleep well because I'm too anxious.
There you go. All right, you guys, I'm not lazy today. I know this is a pajama top, but it is pink. I'm trying to honor breast cancer awareness. I did have a friend at work, a precious young woman that died from breast cancer, and it was a sad, sad thing. She left behind three children, and two were teenage girls. Wait with me.
Hi.
Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Trace.
I love it. I was on with you the whole time.
I know you were. God bless.
I had to leave, but I watched the replay.
Good. I was scared because the replay didn't come up. I'd forgotten to turn StreamYard off, and then it didn't load, and I'm panicking, and I'm going, what did I do wrong? How do I edit this? What do I do next? And it all worked. How do you like the earrings, girls?
I love them.
Are they? Wait, let me
make her big. Awesome. Ooh. And with the makeup, the hair looks so beautiful.
You know how people, wait, guys, wait. You got to, have you changed your icon on Facebook?
No, but I'm going to have to, huh?
Yes. You know how
people recognize me.
You know how people say, well, you look like a natural. You should have been a natural redhead or a natural blonde. I told Debbie, I said, Debbie, if anybody needed to be a natural pink, it's you. I mean,
you do a good job.
Yeah, you did an amazing job. But I do have to say the platinum white actually did look really good on you too.
Oh, I'm going there next. I can't wait because I saw my makeup in my own mind, how I could do my makeup, and I went, oh, heck yeah. Oh, my goodness. And that doesn't take that much to bleach out gray, you know. All of this right here was real gray. Yeah. So, but yeah, I feel real good. I feel real energized.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, baby.
I know. You made me think it's like if Marilyn Monroe had pink hair.
Aww.
I mean, it's just like, Debbie, it's like you're a 30-year-old. I mean, yes.
I have saggy skin. Look.
No, you can't see that. And it transforms you. It just transforms you.
I have eyes.
Yes, you do have eyes.
And I guess that's another thing too. And
I don't have eyelashes on yet, girls. Wait, I'm going to try those.
Oh, no, I ain't, because that's
you are just beautiful, Debbie. Beautiful.
And look, for breast cancer awareness, I have on my pink rings. I'm gonna do my
heart. I wish that I had these in pink, but I didn't. These are actually real vintage.
Well, these are, and I wore these today. They're white. And my pajama top, let me go big so you guys can see it. I like it because it has like vintage things on it. So it's a pajama top, but you know, I wore
they're cute.
So I did not I just put it on like this is my regular shirt.
Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you.
All right. On a serious note, real quick. I usually, you know, like I say, I get uncomfortable sometimes praying, but this morning I did have what I kept posting in the Porch Church Network was what I was listening to. And it really, it was like God was telling me different things, and I'll explain after. But I have to focus right now on LizzAnn's grandbaby that was airlifted this morning. Wasn't it this morning, Trace?
Yeah,
Trace?
this morning, early this
Right.
morning.
Early this morning, her blood sugar was 1,500, and they airlifted her to a hospital. So
if she's in Texas, I already checked to see how long the drive would be. It's way long.
how long was the drive, Tracy, that LizzAnn had to take?
It took a 2.5-hour drive.
Yeah, 2.5 hours it took them to
Mine
drive.
is closer to 3.5, 4 hours to get down to where she's at from where I am.
So we're going to pray for our silly LizzAnn, and Tracy has a doctor's appointment today, and I invited Willow to come on, but one day she will, I guess, and Denise.
Willow.
Always Denise. So I will. No, it wasn't LizzAnn.
It was her grandbaby.
Her grandbaby. Yeah.
Diabetes.
Yes. So I will say a quick prayer. Lord, thank you for this morning. And thank you, Lord, for ministering to me through the computer to do the things that you want me to do, and to show me to be bold in your name. And in your name, Lord, I ask for your grace and your touch over that poor baby. And I pray for LizzAnn, Lord. I pray for her beautiful soul that's breaking right now in worry, and for the entire family that will be at the hospital and so worried over that baby, grandbaby. Lord, I pray that her numbers will continue to come down, and that the family will feel like they're being just hugged for a moment, or maybe a soft balm will go over their heart for a moment to where their heart's breaking. Lord, I pray for Tracy's doctor visit today. I pray for her pain every day, the pain that she's in. And Lord, I pray that you will touch her this morning as she sings to each and everybody that comes in. And Denise, Lord, I pray for Denise, and I pray for her husband. And Lord, I've not got to meet him, but Lord, there's just something about him that you bring to my mind. You always bring to my mind. If I see Denise, I automatically, Lord, I think of him. So I say a precious special prayer for Denise's husband. And Lord, I'll pray over Willow this morning that she will have a wonderful, great day. And I pray over my son. I pray over my son, that is your son, that does what you want him to do. So Lord, I pray for him in spirit, mind, and body. And Lord, I pray over Debbie. I pray, Lord, for that wonderful firecracker of the Spirit, Lord, that you gave her. And Lord, I thank you for everybody that comes in, and Lord, that how you touch each one of us, that we can reach out and touch somebody else. Lord, Lord, you're like a pyramid scheme where you started me with this, Lord, and as it goes one after another, and it just branches out, Lord. It makes me feel blessed. So, Lord, thank you for your blessings, and thank you for each and everybody that comes across this video. Amen.
Amen.
And yes, I called myself God's pyramid scheme.
That's right.
You want to hear something that'll warm your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So, this morning, guys, after going to the lawyer and me coming home and me swollen and coming down the road swollen and feeling defeated, but the lawyer says everything's going to be fine, and I'm beating myself up coming home because I know it's not, God doesn't intend for me to worry. He doesn't intend for me to have those feelings. And that is my self getting in the way of what God wants me to do. And, you know, I just felt this morning listening. If you get a chance, go back, and I've shared on Porch Church Network each one of the morning devotions.
I love those.
And one of them really hit me about what God has in store and what God's doing and how he used David. And yeah, David felt defeated. And there were times that he had to be defeated, but you know, God had a plan for him. So God has a plan for each and every one of us. And we might not know what it is. And for me, it might not be monetary. And I really believe in my heart that God allowed me to be in that depression for those years. He was there with me, and I knew he was there with me, because guess what? I cried out to him. And I wrote a lot. I wrote in my journal, my daily planner journal. I wrote my thoughts daily, and that was between he and I. And then it was like, okay, now get up, and I have something for you to do. And Casey told me a while back, he said, you know, Mama, I just don't feel like that judge is going to do you right again. He said, but Mama, I think God's got something in store for you. I think he's got something planned for you. And I said, Casey, that's what your Aunt Renee, my oldest sister, I said, that's what she said, that God has something in store, and, you know, and for us. And I was so happy. Traci got her next goal, which she's like me. We
dropped back down to $2.99 this morning, but I'll get there. I'll be there.
But you know, it's not, we're not chasing numbers, but we do get excited.
Yeah, heck yeah.
We get excited to push for that next one. And it was on Debbie's hair
live. That's right.
Guess what, guys? I'm one away from having 350.
See?
Oh my goodness. Yay.
And I look at it the way I look Home Talk. I'm tired of all you know what, I'm gonna have to just take you off Home Talk, because I don't have to look at them. Huh?
I'm not paying attention.
No, Home Talk is coming up on like my phone.
Oh. Okay then.
You know, you can't just go watch something super duper good for your household without them just blowing up.
Sending you tons of stuff. I know. I hear you.
But
unfortunately.
But yeah, I mean, it's that the way I look at it, the more numbers that we have, that means we've touched somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody out there. And then yesterday, where did I go in? No, I went in Donatello's late night auction, and I just went in to say, hey, ladies, and hey to several people. And I didn't know Turtle Trader was in my where I got the gift from Dwayne. And I didn't know that he had seen it. And he spoke to me. I always say, hey, Turtle Trader. And he said, nice hat. And I asked him, I said, you mean the one Dwayne gave me? And he said, yes. So, you know, people, we never know. Mm-hmm. It's like when we go in a grocery store or we go somewhere else. We don't know who we're impacting. Who?
Look how many people that came in throughout Debbie's live yesterday that Debbie was like, oh, you look so nice. I love your haircut. You know, some of those people, that might have been the nicest thing they heard that day.
You have no idea how those older people reacted to that when we were talking to them when they left. The Santa guy especially, he's laughing. He says, I ain't no Santa. I scare kids. And I said, I'm sure you do. He goes, nah, I love them. And he was just prancing out of there. And it was kind of fun.
I want to know how many subs Bob has.
I don't know, but I'll bet you there's a lot. He's still in bed again. He'll be up in a little bit. And
I laugh so hard. Every time you say, Bob, Don't
He was ping-ponging. I know when he was ping-ponging in and out, it was hilarious. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
I have great news.
Yes.
Great news. I just checked my subs. I have 351.
Woo!
I picked up 2 more subs and I didn't try and I didn't ask or any of that.
Check off.
Huh?
Oh, wait, I want to say, good morning, vacation daughter. I hope you're having fun. Good morning, my vacation daughter. Hope you're having fun. All right. Bob did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
Oh
He
my
did a very good job.
I was just
Considering he's never
rolling
been
out
on
the
it
floor
before.
laughing. He was so funny.
Okay.
Eating his
Yep.
candy. I wanted to tell you about, you were talking about grocery stores, Darlene, and how you can change somebody's life. I come around the makeup aisle at the grocery store and I picked up a lipstick and the eyebrow pencil. And as I come around, I ran into these 2 ladies and they said to me, oh, and I'm going to give you the exact words. Oh, honey, where did you get your hair done? And I said, well, I've only had it done about an hour and a half, and it was down at Maria's beauty salon. And she says, I told you so. We need to go start looking for people like this. So I pulled out my business card, wrote Maria's information on the back, went ahead and gave him that discount we all had on being there, you know, and gave it to him. Now, this lady is a wonderful African-American lady who's in her 50s and her daughter's in her 30s, and they had the cutest little babies with them. And she is numb on the left-hand side of her body completely from a strange immune system problem she's got. And she went through a problem with doctors and lawyers. And I mean, this lady sit here and poured out her heart to me because I had pink hair.
See? You are going to touch so many people with that hair.
We hugged before we left. I gave her my name. Her name's Alicia. So sometime when we get a chance, y'all, let's just say a prayer for Alicia in Cove. Okay? Everybody will know who she is. But this woman has got more get up and go than you can imagine. And she's not dragging herself, but she used to drag everything. She's been through therapy and stuff. All they would do for her when she went to the lawyers and went to the doctors and did all of that, she had to have 5 plasma transfusions because of her body fighting itself. Okay? $85,000 a transfusion. This lady can't even work. You know?
Goodness.
I understand.
And so, bless her heart, but I'll tell you what, we made such a great and fast friendship. And again, you don't know who you touch. Her and I sat there, we hugged, we talked, we hugged, we held up traffic at 5 o'clock in the afternoon at the grocery store and tried to find a cubicle to go into, but that doesn't work. She was just beautiful. Her soul is something. And I love her because she says, well, honey, you're younger than I am. And I laughed and I said, you are the first lady that is of Black ethnicity that has said that to me, because y'all hold your age so good.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, and she laughed. She goes, I know, but I know I'm in my 50s and you're not past 50. And I gave her another hug and I said, you really want to know?
I told you.
So bless her heart. I love that woman. That's just one story from yesterday. I had 5 or 6 people that I didn't know come to me in the grocery store.
That's
it was
awesome.
Like this light or this beacon on that says, boom, 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 here I am.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Good morning, Darlene B, and joy too. Good morning, Darlene B, and joy too. Take it away, Darlene.
Good morning. Oh, joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. My joy. My joy. You know, I go in the grocery store, and when I go through produce, I always do a roundabout to see if there's marked down little snacks that I try to get from MawMaw. It'll have apples and nuts, and then in one section, snow peas or grapes. If it's snow peas, she gives them to me because I eat those like potato chips. They're so good. I love raw snow peas. Anyway, if one of the elder produce men, I call him my sunshine now. because he's always smiling. And now, no matter what he's doing, if he's intensely working, I'll say, "Good morning, sunshine," and boy, his whole face lights up. And now all of the younger ones that work in the produce, if he's not there, and I say, "Where's my sunshine this morning?" So yeah, Debbie. If you carry sunshine in, sometimes we hurt and we don't have the sunshine. But if you go in the same store, people will see that on your face and they'll say, "Are you having a bad day, Debbie?" If you carry sunshine in, sometimes we hurt and we don't.
Yeah. I fixed it.
That's all right. Good morning to Hetty. Good morning to you. Good morning to Hetty. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Hetty. But you still doing.
Debbie, maybe it's the fact that you have that pink hair that people just say, if she's bold enough to have pink hair, she's bold enough to talk to a stranger in the grocery store.
I don't know. I'm that way anyway. I mean, even without the regular hair.
So you guys went on yesterday. I just day before yesterday told this woman in produce, ooh, girl, you are rocking that outfit.
Yeah, you look good. Outfit.
Yeah, and I mean that. You know how the thing is. They'll say, the men will say, "Well, if you want to pick somebody up, go to the grocery store and the produce." That's just a myth, and you see it in a lot of movies. But I told her, I said, "Look, I'm married and everything, but I just have to say, you are rocking that outfit. Those little cutoff jeans look so good." And she lit up and said that's what she needed. And we stood there a while and talked about our lightness and, being drawn to one another. And then I told her, I said, look, I'm a hugger. And we hugged. Now she's on Facebook. She lives in my community. And, it was just something. It was just something. And she believes in the pull, and I believe in the pull that God brings people together. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I told a girl in produce, a woman, "Oh, girl, you looking good," and then hugged her. But it was in a Christian way. Now, I don't know what her faith is. She asked me. She did. I put in the YouTube name, and so she asked me, well, are you universally accepting? Ma'am, one moment.
She must be talking to MawMaw, huh? Yeah, I don't know what happened to our little pinky Tuscadero. She looks so darn adorable today. Right, Darlene B, you're right. Both sides have to be prepared for the meetup. And it's just amazing, though, how sometimes you can make the connection. And it's amazing where you make connections when you're not expecting it necessarily. You just happen upon somebody that just brightens your day, or vice versa. So yeah, I'm feeling like now I'm like all at a loss for words, but I have been so anxious. I did not sleep, and my brain is not all functioning today because I did not sleep well because of this doctor's appointment that I've been anticipating for over a month. I waited for this appointment, and now I'm getting overly anxious because I'm afraid of what they may or may not say, Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Well, Willow, it's like the hematologist, and I have all of these red hemangiomas, and they came on very suddenly, which would indicate some type of small capillary seepage or internal bleeding of some level, and there should be a cause, and I'm hoping that from the blood work they've already done, this doctor can give me a cause and a plan to make this better so that I'm not freaking out if I cut my finger or something else that I'm going to bleed to death. Is Mama okay?
Yeah, that was somebody called that we paid yesterday, like online, and they don't see it. Hadn't showed up yet. I had an angry face to start with, but no, everything's all right.
All right.
And I did put in the description of today's thing, I believe, for a prayer for LizzAnn.
Yeah. When I got that message, thank you, Hetty. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, that was just it, Willow. It came like overnight. And I'm telling you, you guys, I am covered in these red hemangiomas. You can't really see them on the camera, but my inside, the inside of my arms here, the tops of my legs, my entire abdomen, my breasts, they're all covered with these little red dots everywhere.
And you know, that's what happened to Casey when he had an allergic reaction when he was a baby, toddler, and it looked like he had like small measles is what, you know, older people say, small measles, where they're just tiny. So he had those on him, and I thought, well, he must have the measles or chicken pox are about to come up. When I got home from work, you guys, because I worked in the mill, in the cotton mill, my brother come and got me, and he said, Bubba, he said, wait, you see, he said, I don't know, those things on Bubba are big. And when I got home, no joke, his inner thighs looked like somebody had child abused them.
Oh my goodness.
The spots were so big, and because of getting custody of of Kevin's daughter, going through all of that, of course, all I could think of, DHR is going to think I beat him. So I took him to the doctor, and they brought him through the back way in case it was measles. And he looked at it and walked out of the room, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he went and called DHR. And I'm sitting there stressed, and he come in with the book. And then he told me, he said, has he been on any antibiotics? I said, yeah, amoxicillin. I said, he's been on amoxicillin for 9 months now. I said, because of his ears, and yeah, it was basically his ears. So he said he's had a allergic reaction. He could no longer take it. And he asked about his urine output. So of course they put the little thing they do on babies, and just like a little thing that tapes to him in a little bag so he could urinate. They kept him there until he urinated to make sure his kidneys had not shut down. So that's, you know, my first thought, Tracy, was an allergic reaction to medication. That would have been a lot easier because they could have fixed that.
Yeah, exactly. The doctor was shocked though. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. But yeah, I wish it was something simple like that. But when I went to the doctor, she kind of flipped out a little bit when I went to my primary care. And then I've had to wait all this time. And the whole time she's saying, every time I talk to their office, you know, they say, well, if you start bleeding anywhere, you need to go straight to the emergency room. So when I started having that bad pain and I went, they basically did nothing for me. Good morning. Good morning to Bob. Good morning to you. Good morning to Bob. Good morning to you.
Look at him. You guys.
What's going on?
Better looking than yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. I even combed my hair.
Wait, I'm going to have
one of them that I got.
Traci, one morning we're gonna have to put on our sunglasses. It's gonna be like the eclipse. It's gonna be like, oh, got to put them glasses on. Here comes Bob. Bob.
Yeah.
How many subs did you get? I was #1.
I don't know. Oh, thank you.
You better go check your status.
Well, I got to take my kid to school.
Well, take her to school.
Well, you'll have to check that later and see how many subs you have, because I think you got a bunch from yesterday.
All right. That'd be good. And we thank you all.
We love you, Bob. And
It was fun. So what do you think of the final version of the hair? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. I just got handsome and debonair this morning. I didn't get clean, kind, and courteous.
Oh, you're courteous and kind.
I got a headache.
You're kind.
We want you to go pink, Bob.
Huh?
We want you to go pink.
You're right. Well, you want to go pink?
No.
Oh.
I would be all head. I'd have to paint my head.
Spray on. They have spray on. My whole shirt yesterday, when I took that wig off, my whole shirt, the back of it had pink stuff all over it.
Yeah.
Myra says hello, Bob. So let's say hello.
Myra.
Say hello, Myra.
Hello, Myra.
Let's see. Anybody else? Willow says hello. Willow was there yesterday.
Willow.
Hello, Willow. And let's see. Is there anybody else you need to say hey, Bob? Yep.
Oh,
Denise.
Denise, how you doing today?
Let's see. Is there anything else? I don't see. Oh, that's it, I think. You're okay. You can go now. Go take the kid to
Bye, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Willow, you gonna have to come live with us one day. I sure did just throw that link at her.
Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you.
All right, John, I'm gonna pop this out at you. There you go.
Do do do.
Oh,
Pinky Tuscadero.
Pinky Tuscadero.
Bob, is she not the most beautiful thing in the world this morning? I tell you what.
I need more coffee.
I tell you what.
She is beautiful.
Thank you.
And John, I appreciate you coming. I swear, look, you guys, John makes me laugh. John makes me laugh. And his little girl, the two of them together, they're just amazing. And John, I'm glad I found you. I forget where I met you. And, some people you send out, you sub to them and they sub back and but I'm glad that I got to meet John. And because like I said, he's funny.
He is hilarious.
The video of the one I looked, John, he was just talking about lawnmower, and I'm like, okay, no.
Kitty boxes at the state fair.
You guys go watch John's David. Look, I'm thinking of the Bible stuff this morning. Dad's Vintage Garage. If you've never went there, go there because he's wonderful. Oh, St. Pat.
Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you.
Pat.
Our beautiful Debbie.
Ta-da. Pat.
Doing that, it scares me.
Look, I'm gonna keep doing that as people come in.
Yeah.
Yay. Now, Hattie, you made a mistake. What mistake? But Pat, look at this beautiful, beautiful woman that should have been born with pink hair. I mean, really? With John, I can only say I love you. I do. I have met some beautiful, wonderful people. Myra, I called him the wrong thing. His name's John.
Thank you, Anamora.
See, Miss Pat is.
Thank you, Pat. You guys are so cool to me. Thank you so much. You make an old lady feel so good.
Thank
It's
you.
true. Good morning to treasure hustlers. Good morning to you. Good morning to treasure hustlers. Good morning to you.
I gotta tell
Thank
you,
you for dropping that.
those girls are looking for me a pair of heart-shaped reading glasses. I bet you they find them.
I bet they will.
I know those girls too well.
I'm not talking.
Hmm?
I'm not saying anything.
Why?
You guys, I know I'm getting closer and closer because I'm looking at my cell phone.
Oh, you're talking about reading glasses. Okay, I'm getting confused.
Mm-hmm.
But Jackie and Sarah caught my reveal this morning because I did a short, small little clip showing my new hair and everything, and they came in. So bless your hearts, guys. Thank you so much. Anamora, you're adorable too.
Myra, I gotta go watch what John's talking about. I have
a scooter video.
Well, let me check. Somebody got quiet. Yesterday she was chewing on my soft blanket that I lay on.
Uh-oh.
And had the audacity while I'm laying on it.
Oh, they do that.
Still got after my blanket and had a thread hanging out of her mouth. And I popped her snout. I'm sorry. Yes, I popped her snout. Let me check what she did.
My dog chews up everything. And he's a 65-pound puppy. His teeth are all in. Why he keeps chewing on stuff, I've got it figured out. It's called anxiety. If I am not here to give him the attention, he gets angry. And then, like I said, Ruby's really mad. She will not touch this hair to save her soul.
Really?
Yeah, I covered her up and I just set her on my head and talked to her. She got mad and flew all around the house. And she never flies around the house. It scares
my
me.
goodness.
So she looks at me and she talks and rants at me. Right now, I've got her still covered. I haven't fed her yet, but she got real upset. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Kevin.
He's not talking today.
He must have been in a hurry.
Yep.
But yeah, somebody else in the chat earlier was wondering what Ruby thought of it. Apparently not so good.
He's not pleased.
No. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. John, you have a great day too. Dwayne, what do you think of our beautiful pink lady?
He's going to run away again.
Welcome, treasure hustlers. That's what I do. Sing to everybody.
Little guys.
What do you need, Izzy? Excuse me, guys.
How did I end up here all alone in the world?
You're
Debbie is here. There you are.
Yeah,
Debbie.
I had to check the crock pot. You know, I got to make sure that we got our meal tonight.
Thank you, Dwayne. You guys, my ego is going to
be prepared.
It is so beautiful, Debbie. It just really is. I'm like so excited at how it turned out.
My hairdresser was too. She just went nuts over it. Every time I walked in, I went back to her twice after it was done to get cards and to chit chat with her a second. She comes over and starts picking on my hair and says, "This has to be done. That has to be done. Now, when you do your eyebrows, do this. And when you do that." And she was just
good morning to you. Good morning to Livin. Good morning to you.
She should have been born pink.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good boy.
Denise had snowing in her house from a dog chewing up the Kleenex. Did Bailey ever get a hold of Kleenex, Darlene?
Huh?
Has Bailey ever gotten a hold of a box of tissues?
No, but I will tell you, I did have a Jack Russell Terrier, it was just something about Kleenex. She would pop out of the box. And I had daycare at the time, so I would always have Kleenex. Oh, I'd always have Kleenex like right at the back of my couch.
Mm-hmm.
And my Jack Russell, but then my cousin bought Briley, the one the mailman ran over, a expensive dog bed, and I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. I come home from work, you guys, stuffing was everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Everywhere. So with this one, she has eaten through all my covers, comforters, shredded up my sheets. I had to go buy sheets. So
Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
woo, Pat, I'd have to spray it again because that kind of stuff gets dry and kind of falls off. But Pat, I do have my pink jewelry and my pink makeup. So let me show you. I tried to go pink. Oh, and I have on pink a shirt, pajama shirt, but I wore it because it's pink. So here's my pink eyes.
Aw. Good morning to 5-Speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to 5-Speed. Good morning to you.
Hello, 5-Speed. And you guys, now he's another one that will listen sometimes, but he'll be here, but he'll be in the background. And we call it lurking, but I mean, I used to call it.
Go away.
I used to say I'm just lurking in the background. But they say don't say that because that's a bad term. But I just say, hey, it's somebody listening. Treasure Hustler said, "Oh no, pink eyes never." My granddaughter had it one time at Thanksgiving, and when she got to the house, my son went to kiss her, and she said, "Uncle Casey, you don't kiss my eyeball. My eyeball is pink. Don't kiss my eyeball."
Oh, hey, I'm sorry.
Close family member, friend, either way, it's either way, it's a funeral. Either way.
Working. Good morning, Lisa C. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lisa C. Good morning to you.
Yeah. Wait, why do I not see Lisa C?
She's right above Treasure Hustlers, Petty Treasure Hustlers.
I see. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I was yesterday. When I kind of looked back, it looked like I was not paying attention, but it was art therapy, and I was drawing away, just drawing away. And then when I was in, when Debbie done her live, when her hair was being done, after I kept throwing out links, and I didn't know how much work that was, you guys. That's a lot of work.
Threw out a ton of links.
I sure did. So, you guys, all right, give our milestones. Traci?
When I checked this morning, I dropped back down to 299, but I did hit 300 yesterday during Debbie's live.
Still, you're at 300.
Yep. And Debbie.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I understand. I understand now. Well, you know what, Dwayne, all joking aside, you got a very, very wonderful, pure heart, and I'm sure you have a spot. You have a spot.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I make it before you, I'm going to be waiting on you. I sure am. They're going to take you away. They're going to have a flying saucer. I'll say, look, you got to just send what looks like a flying saucer to go get Dwayne. I said, you know, that's what you got to do. He's got to come up in a flying saucer.
Yep. In the mothership.
Yep. Yeah, I don't, oh, yesterday. Okay. It was so relaxing watching Debbie getting her hair done, and it was a lot of fun. And I continued to draw, and it kind of took my mind off of where I had to go. And it calmed me again, because last night while I was laying in bed, I was listening. I forget what I was listening to, and I was steady drawing, finishing up some touches so I can add black to it and then paint it. So
exactly, Lisa. I was unsubbed to a couple people the other day when I was watching videos, and I'm like, how did I get unsubbed? And then you think, oh, YouTube, whatever.
that's why I always chat. I chat.
Yep. Anytime I watch somebody's video, I double check to make sure that I still show sub to their channel. And thank you, though, Lisa. I do appreciate it.
So if somebody will throw out Bob's, it's I think what Bob is Robert.
Childers, right?
Yeah.
Yay! 5-speed, thank you. I'm picking up the 301, Debbie.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
16 days.
This is my water.
By the way, Bob, Bob can't find his channel.
Can you lock this
He don't
door?
Yeah.
remember. So I had to just send him out the door.
Aw.
Oh, that's okay. He'll find it. It'll give him something to do today.
Yep.
Channel. He says, I thought it was under Bob Does Sleeping, and it's not there. I says, no, honey, you didn't do Bob Does Sleeping. Well, what did I do? I says, I think you're just Robert Childers.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Darling. You look like you're not happy. Did you find Bob?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Because I can't find him online. I can't find his channel.
I think it is, let me check, but I think it is just Bob Childers. Let me look.
I thought it was Robert Childers.
Robert Childers.
If you guys find it, would you post it for me so I can go?
What's his middle name? Wait, what's his middle name?
Floyd.
Huh?
Floyd. No, he don't put that on nothing.
Okay.
But he couldn't find himself.
Yeah. He has
no videos.
Oh, I have a Robert Childers with 2 videos.
Oh, I went through those, didn't find them.
He has 27.
And how many videos you showing there?
Her grandfather, Lisa C, said her grandpa's name was Floyd. But you guys, I did my drawing yesterday while I was in there with started it out, and then with Debbie, and then when I got back home and to calm down, because I'm a worrier, and you know I shouldn't be. And like I told Casey, he and I are so much alike. We're both worriers, and when you take on worry, as far as me, it makes my whole body hurt. And then I forgot yesterday, it was My appointment was for 2, and I forgot to take any of my medications yesterday, Traci.
Oh my goodness.
So it was 2:00, and I take Mobic every morning.
Yeah.
So I had not had anything, and so. And Mobic is basically ibuprofen, but the Mobic is what causes that, and Plaquenil, I think, is what causes me to bruise. Like I got a bruise here. You would think I would know what happened.
Yeah.
That's a dark bruise, and I'm like, what in the world?
That happens to me quite often too, where all of a sudden I'll have some big, huge bruise, and I'm like, "What did I do?"
It almost looks like somebody.
Sometimes I joke and I say to Rank, "Did you hit me during the night?" But then I have to be careful how, when, and where I say that, because I don't want anyone to ever think he would ever do that, because he never would.
Yeah.
Okay, Floyd. All right, Floyd Mayweather. Okay, wait, Mayweather.
I'm not finding Bob's channel anywhere.
Well, they posted it.
Willow posted a link. She said he has 6 subs.
And no videos, because he doesn't have any videos.
Oh, Lisa. Lisa said her maiden name was Lisa Hefty, and she was a fat kid. Lisa. Mine was Perry, just Perry, and I would have kids call me Prairie Dog. So,
Jeez.
but we had names at home, nicknames. My mom's side of the family, I had Uncle Duck, and Uncle Booty. Those 2 were my favorite. Oh my gosh, Uncle Red, Uncle Puss. I mean, just all. She had 9 brothers. They all had nicknames, except the one now that has cancer. The last brother to be living of my mom's, and he didn't get a nickname. So
Did you see what Lisa said? Her dad's name was Richard, but he always went by Dick, so he was Dick Hefty.
Look how good I'm being.
Oh my goodness, that is bad.
Hi, Dwayne. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I just.
Poor guy. He had a lot to live up to, huh?
Yeah. I had a coworker when I worked in the car dealership, and his name was Richard Jocks, and he went by Dick Jocks, and I couldn't understand why he didn't just go by Richard, because at least that sounded better than Dick Jocks, you know? My honey just bought me a gas station sandwich.
Oh.
They're the best.
Yeah, Lisa. Back then we were just told, well, don't pay it any attention. But hey, at home we had nicknames. I mean, who would want to be Bucky Beaver, Lizzie Lizard, because my sister's name was Elizabeth Irene, or else would be silly and say EIP. EIP. And I'm trying to think what my older brother, what was his name? I can't think of his name. They called me Dopey Doo Doo. So, I was just called all kind of things. But those are the nice things. Those are the ones us as kids would say. But now, Susie is what all of my uncles call me. And even one of my aunts calls me Susie. So, and my oldest sister still calls me Susie.
Come here, girl. Come here, Mama.
Oh, Willow. Willow says the McRib is back at McDonald's.
Do you know that is one thing I have never ever tried in my entire life?
Bailey, stop. Oh, a mac rib? Those are good. Stop it. You guys, this table.
Never tried it. And you know what it is? It's something so silly. I can't get over that they would shape that meat in the shape of a rack of ribs when you know it's not.
But it tastes like it.
Does
It tastes like it, yes. My dog is using these chairs, and this is not very old. Chewing on it like a chew toy. Stop. Go find your chew toys. The cat has gone around. Every chair has cat marks where she has clawed them.
Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you.
You guys can continue prayer for LizzAnn and their family at the hospital with the grandbaby that they call that. They call it something, but it's where her blood sugar went up. Her blood sugar went up to 1,500, so they had to airlift her. So pray for the family.
Mm-hmm. They had to airlift her to a children's hospital, 2.5-hour drive from where they are. So
Yeah.
LizzAnn and her daughter then had to drive the 2.5 hours to go to the children's hospital.
It is scary. It is scary. Very scary.
It is.
Anytime, I mean, it's just like anytime where someone thinks that it's serious enough to life flight somebody, you know it's serious. That stuff's not cheap, and they don't just do that.
Nope.
Because an ambulance would be inconvenient, you know? It's life or death threatening if they do that.
And Debbie said earlier, talking about a procedure, that woman had needed.
Mm-hmm.
When I called and made my appointment for the injections, I don't know if I'd already said it, but when I called and she said it would be $350, and see, I'm out of my we don't have the flex card. We done maxed it out. $2,500 flex card is gone. So I told her, I said, did you file my insurance? She said, ma'am, that is with insurance. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, I done got all my out of pocket met. She said, well, let me relook. She said, yeah, you do. She said, all you have left is, I think, $40. I said, okay. And I said, because if I'd gotten there and you would ask me for $350, I would have turned and walked away. She said, we wouldn't have turned you away. We would have just billed you. She said, we do not turn people away.
Thank goodness.
And I told her, I said, you just don't know how good this sounds to me. And I said, I thank you for putting up with this crazy woman, because I verified with her. I thought my appointment was for November, and I was like, oh my gosh, you mean I got hurt until November? And I called and verified. So anyway, and I always tell these people, you guys have a great day, and I appreciate you, because the money people, and the people that makes appointments and tells you how much you got to pay, everybody don't tell them thank you. Okay, we have somebody new in.
Good morning, Justoserv. Good morning to you. Good morning, Justoserv. Good morning to you. Yeah, Lisa, I did get my Medicare changes book, and I just haven't had the time to sit down. And now you make me excited to sit down and look at what has changed.
How do you guys read all that stuff? When MawMaw gets hers is this thick.
I know. You just sit down and take a yawn and read it.
If you need to go to sleep, it's great reading.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I guess because of my medical problems, my out-of-pocket max went up. It was $1,600 last year, and it was $2,000 this year. But at least I won't have to pay for any more of my medications to the end of the year.
Oh, Destiny.
I delete
in the hot tub listening. You are making us jealous.
Delete that. Delete.
You
I need
go,
to do a
girl.
hot tub.
And after the hot tub, go get a massage and then do the hot tub again. That's what I'd do. Oh, I would love that.
I was out there yesterday with the pup, and I always look up at the sky now and just talk to God. And so I was out there, and then I was looking at the pool, the tore up pool. It's a big pool. I mean, diving board and everything. But now it's got bullfrogs, and the liner's got to be replaced. And I was looking, I was like, oh, if only we could extend the what we always called the pool side of the shed. If we could just extend it over the pool, because I
did get massages the other night. They are awesome.
Oh man,
that is a vacation, Destiny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, when I got hurt in a car accident, my doctor sent me to a massage therapist twice a week. And this is way back in the 80s. So I was so thankful. And I got so addicted to him. Well, he'd overprescribed him. He was doing them 2 and 3 times a week because him and the gal had something going about him kicking her customers, and then she'd kick him back. He got caught by the insurance company. I didn't know anything about it. But man, I got all those free massages. Oh my word. I didn't have to pay not a one of them.
Well, see, that's why if we could get our pool fixed, and that's why I told the doctor, I said, I would swim. I used to do that. I would do my exercises in the pool because it takes the weight off your joint. I would walk, and then I would tread water all the way around the pool, and then I'd walk some more. Then I'd swim against the out thing. I would swim, against that. I would do laps, and that helped work my shoulders. So I would do that when I'd get home from work. So when God blesses us, we will get our pool up and going. But I also want it heated. And that's why I told Keegan, I've got to be able to work my joints. And that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Even if I don't care. Even if we cover it and I just have to undo part of it. And if it's heated, I will get in that pool. Because
it's not as bad as you think. It feels so good. It's worth it.
Yeah, and they do it very professionally, unless you go to some place where they charge by the minute somewhere in some of the places. But no, these people, I meant for some other things. The thing you got to realize is you've got to get one that's reputable and licensed and has very small hands and big arm muscles to do you any good. I found a gal that had like a size 5 ring finger, and she'd get down in between those muscles and work them. And oh yes, Lord, that felt good.
That's what my husband needs to do. But
so bad.
The orthopedic doctor that I went to, he said, well, have you tried a chiropractor? I said, well, the one in my area that took my insurance, he looked at my x-rays, and basically they would do a TENS unit. And he said he did not want to touch me. He did not want to do any adjustments on my back or anything. I said, so he won't do it, because he said from what he sees in my in the x-rays was somebody that had a severe car accident. And so, no, he won't see me.
Dang. Heather gets a massage every other week. Great for inflammation and fiber. I bet it is.
And I bet it would.
Because it helps to work that fluid through.
I bet it would for me too. And there's a place in Auburn. I told Kevin, I said, we can go. Both of us could go because his shoulders are so tight from the work he does. I can't do it. I don't have the strength to get in there the way it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a problem, Willow, with the lotions, and they do want to use because that helps their hands to slide. Yeah. That could definitely be an issue.
The last one I had done at a chiropractor, I was working and my insurance paid for so many visits, and that was, oh my gosh, at least 10 years ago. And one time they did a deep tissue massage on me, and I could feel the popping, and they call that that some kind of little clusters that will get in there. And when they start popping them, it hurts, but it gets every bit of the tension built up in those muscles and everything. Then you have to wait a little while before you can leave. And they say to hydrate real well after a massage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll leave you. I've had a massage. I just like get done. I just feel like a wet noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they said you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to don't drive because it just totally relaxes you so much. But
you know, when I had it done, the gal told me, I want you to lay there for 15 minutes and relax. Don't even get up. She says, because if you get up right now, you'll undo everything we've already done. And you can't walk and you can't drive until everything manages itself back out again. Then she came in and would wake me up if I'd fallen asleep and say, okay, let's sit up. Let's do this. She was great. She was very good. Unfortunately, she got in trouble, but she was good. She was a good massage.
Yeah, that we had some here and they shut them down.
No.
I mean, so I don't know what was going on, but it hit the newspaper and it just said they had to shut them down. So I don't know what was going on. But there's a reputable one in Opelika. I said Auburn, but it's Opelika, Alabama. And my friend from work, I always called her my daughter from work. She would go, or that's what one time her husband gave her and her mama for Mother's Day.
He needs.
So they went to her and her mother-in-law, which was like her mom. They went together, and I think her and her husband had couples massages, and I'm like, oh, me and Kevin so need to go. All right, I gotta read the chat, and that's gonna be up and personal right here.
Yep.
Oh, really?
That happens when you're all tensed up and you need to get stuff undone. They'll find trigger points and they'll push on. They'll hurt, but once they release, once you get that to trigger and to release, it feels so good. But you may have a bruise.
I didn't know that.
As old as I am, if I went to a massage therapist, it would look like Bob beat me because I bruise so easy. It's getting better, but I bruise. I look like an old woman's arms sometimes.
See, I would too, probably, because my legs, no joke, you guys, my legs, I have bruises, and they told me that's because of the, if you take an anti-inflammatory and it will cause bruising. And I looked up the effects of Plaquenil. Plaquenil has been around. They used it in World War I for malaria. So, and I mean, it is that old of a medication. And because it took the inflammation off the brain, they were like, wait, I bet we can use it for people with rheumatoid arthritis. So I've been taking that for 15 years now. I'm right at 15 years. And one of the side effects that I did look, it said bruising, but I'm just now starting to do the bruising. Mm-hmm. And who knows, it could be because of my tiny 50-pound puppy decides to run into my leg.
Right.
I live that one daily.
Yeah. But that collar that her Boozy Bear bought her with the spikes, we're going to have to start taking that thing off at night because
she's causing you pain and marks.
Well, mostly Kevin, because now I didn't want a barky dog because Lori used to get on our nerves barking all the time as she got older. But we done teased her so much with, "Oh, Daddy, I love you," and then Kevin said, and he'll give me kisses. That she will start barking and she nibbles, and she'll bark and nibble. I said, "Oh, we done started something." Now
it's only got one bag in it.
Now if I sit down on the bed and I'm upset and he's consoling me, here comes Bailey, and she started barking and his hand to stop. And cool. I said, "Oh, we done created a monster." I said, we can't let her bark all the time. But yeah, that collar, she don't bother me, but Kevin, because I have to have soft blankets next to me. She digs into Kevin. But last night she was like, she thinks she's human, and she done got right through my face and then flopped her head by mine and just rested on my face, like a baby would, like like one of my grandchildren. So I think it's God knew what He was doing when He sent her. And I'm telling you, pets are never just an accident. They're not. Because I'm telling you, with a lot of stuff that has happened, and you guys think I've shared, everything. But no, there's things that's come up and that I've been in my bedroom and crying and shaking, just like with anxieties, and I can hold her, and it's like all of that goes away. So yes, she is my service. She's service to me, and Kevin says, "I've never seen one of our animals bond with you like she has." And so I guess that's what I do now, other than drawing. You guys that let me know that if I get upset, I'm gonna have to take out my thing and draw. And Traci, I sent you, and I think I sent you Debbie.
Yes, you did.
You
did a great job on that.
I gotta sing to Perlini. Good morning, Perlini. Good morning to you. Good morning, Perlini. Good morning to you.
I guess that's why you guys, I went into a lot of the art, watching the artist. That calms me down. And I was so glad that Derek got to meet the artist yesterday. I'm trying to think of her last name.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Hang on. I have it written down. You know I do.
Oh, I got to show you guys something.
Oh, she was
Artfully Yours, Diana.
And Diana wanted to be able to get with Derek because she has that this rare disease of a retina. So she's blind, legally blind, but she does beautiful artwork and stuff. So that just shows that people, it's according to what, if you lay down and just want to die, then you lose whatever blessings God has given you.
You know, I can attest to that, because in the last year, year and a half, I have gone from absolute in the depths of, excuse me, I know it's going to be a word, but I was in the depths of hell, emotionally, physically, everything. And when I had the episode in April last year where I died and came back, God, thank you. It seems to me that I didn't have any religious experience. I didn't have any tonal experience. I didn't have any experience. I just came back and didn't know why I had all these tubes in me and didn't know how I got there. So I figured there's a reason for me to be here. And if whomever is up there, and I'm calling him God, he wanted me here for a reason. And I'm sitting here playing, doing nothing. What is my problem? So I gave myself a kick in the butt, guys, a big one, and said, I ain't going to do that no more. My son
And then God just thrust you.
Pushed
right
me.
Here with me and Traci and Derek.
Boom! True. And speaking of Derek, I bought his light plates, guys.
Oh,
I love his light plates. Hold on.
More toys, more fun.
I love that one.
And if you'll notice on the back, he initialed it.
Yep.
And then this one. It's a volleyball net with a volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's better than what the pictures
I'm
were.
glad you got them.
Well, I wasn't about to not bid on them, and nobody was bidding. And I'm sorry, people, but I support my friends. I support my people that have supported me. And that's just the way I am. Because you know what? We only go around once with this group of people that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, and I want to explain, since Derek's not here this morning, that the ceramics class he goes to is for the legally blind.
Yeah, and it's called Insight.
Yeah.
And they finance that for these guys.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay anything to go. But I'll tell you what, with Eric's ability that he did all of that, and with his not being able to see detail, do you know how important and precious that's going to be to me in 2 years?
And see,
mom, guys.
People don't realize that. People, you guys, Derek's close to my heart. He's very close to my heart.
And Dwayne, I did get out of hell. I got out of hell. I climbed up out of the hole, covered that sucker up, did some hand motions to the hole, and said, I won't be back. Enjoy yourself. And I left because you know what? I thought, oh, I'm getting old. I can't do anything. Oh my gosh, I'm so buried in all of my stuff. What am I going to? Well, Debbie, kick yourself in the butt and get out of it. You know, grow up. I went through 11 years of therapy for anxiety and depression, kept taking medication after medication they kept giving me. I kept going further and further down the spiral. When I finally kicked the medication and I said, enough of this crap, look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair turns pink.
You guys, I do want to shout out Derek, NASCAR man 3345. Everybody on here I know knows them, but you don't. It takes time.
Yeah,
He's a shrimp. He's an onion. You've got to peel away the layers of him.
Yes, and you know what?
He gets hurt easy, guys. You got to love him for who he is.
He doesn't. Everybody doesn't know like I guess the Derek that God has blessed us to get to know. But with his handicaps, and I told Kevin last night, I said, Derek had 2 strokes. He said, what? I said, yeah, Derek's legally blind, babe. And he said, are you serious? I said, but I know by looking at him, you guys.
No.
You'd never know. His giggle, his laughter,
his eyes. I like his eyes.
And nobody would know.
And he cut his own hair. He cut his own hair. And
I love it.
How could he see it to cut it?
I don't know.
He did a
good job. Thanks.
He did a good job.
He did a good job. And so you guys, you never know what somebody is going through. And that's why, I sit here and and I am happy. You guys give me the energy, and Traci sings, and God blesses her for the singing. And, you don't know the ones that are in so much pain. So much pain. And my Traci's one of them.
And Denise, you're right. I got mad. I got up and I did put on my big girl panties. And we're not talking about them flimsy, lacy things. I'm talking about tiny panties and pulled up, and we went at it. And you know why? Because if you can't do it for yourself with a little bit of support, all the support in the world's not going to help you if you're not there, because what's going to happen is all that support's going to cave in on you like this. And I know that, I do have a bruise. Oh my, where'd that come from? Anyway, see, I bruise. Anyway, your family support can only support you so far. And then it's just like a foundation without any support in the middle, which is you and God. If you don't have that support, your foundation is going to crumble in the middle, and there's not a thing you can do about it. And I'm so lucky that I have got the man I've got, because we are so different, but so the same. And he supports me no matter what.
God blessed me with this, because I was told no social media. And I'm sorry if somehow the judge comes across this and he said, well, you set for such and such a time, you can work, you're able to work. I tried to hide my pain. Traci tries to hide hers, and it doesn't always work, because she's hurting this morning, and I can tell. But you know what? God sent me this support system. Yes, I have support at home, but he sent me this support system.
Right.
And I don't know what in the world I would have done without you guys, because I do move around. I'm able to turn around and do things, and that's doing some movement. And when I start the whole thing of, some people would get aggravated when Derek would rock and back and forth or something, but sometimes when I'm doing this, it's because I'm trying my best to get fixed. I'm trying to get whatever's hurting fixed.
In a comfortable spot.
And, yesterday was my brother's birthday, and I'm glad that I got to be happy and watch you, Debbie. He would have been, let me see.
I'll be straight up, Debbie, when the first thought of, I'm going to sit here online for how long and watch Debbie get her hair dyed, stripped of color, and then dyed pink. What's going to be fun about that? But oh my gosh, I had the most fun. I was having such a good time, and I was laughing. And
you won some prizes.
Yeah.
We had
prizes.
So it was a great way, because you guys, my brother would have been 59. And he's the one that committed suicide. And, I was able to celebrate the day, because last year, a year ago, when it was his birthday, it hit me so hard. But I laughed yesterday. And as I was doing some stuff around the table, and I would hear Debbie, I forget what I was doing, and I'd hear Debbie, Bob, and I got to laughing, and I was talking to I was saying, Debbie, if you say Bob one more time,
sorry,
Bob, don't
touch anything.
I was like, don't touch it, Bob, stop. And I was like, Bob's playing peekaboo. That's what, and I was talking back to the computer, you guys.
It was so funny.
You had a good time too. He's still figuring it out, but he's not one to do the face-to-face stuff. It's okay. He'll chat with people occasionally, but nothing huge, because he's beyond that at his point in time, he thinks.
But that was a big step yesterday.
Yes,
for him to do that.
Do you know, when I was hosting karaoke here locally, I had a couple places that I did every weekend. Well, I had a theater show to do. It was the Frank Sinatra story, and I was the female lead. So I could not leave and go do my karaoke show that was I would have been a half an hour late. So because we had contracts, Bob took the show over. He'd never DJ'd. He knew how to run the equipment. He knew how to set up the equipment. He knew how to make the mics and everything signed up and work. All I did was entertain. He did all of the connecting and stuff. Well, here's the fun parts. Bob doesn't sing. Bob chooses not to sing. I think if he worked on it, he could, but he doesn't sing. Here's this man going out there in a pair of Dockers, loafers, and a shirt, nice shirt. We at that time, everything went and got pressed and starched all the time. I'm beyond that at this point. Anyway, so he went out there and he came out and he told everybody, Debbie's not here yet. She'll be here later. I'll take your slips. And right now I'm just going to play a song. So bring your slips up. And everybody brought slips up and he just started calling people up. And he got into it. He started dancing around. Then he figured out, if I go up to every one of these people and put my hand on their shoulder and say, thank you for coming, you just made yourself a friend. Yep. Well, all of a sudden we had more people than when I was in there, and I would sing in between. And I told him, I've got it figured out. Here's the problem. You can't be a singer and run a karaoke system because it's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-defeating, because nobody wants to sing against you. And I didn't know that. I learned that real quick. After that, I went a couple more times, and then I turned it all over to Bob, and I went home and rested. And Bob became the DJ. On his 60th birthday, he got a cake that I can't tell you about because it's pornographic. And the girls made him, he was to ingest parts of his cake. And they took pictures, and there were people that would make the people on The Voice and the people on America's Got Talent sick. They were so good. And we had, and a lot of them were retired military because he was retired military. They all adopted everybody. It was so fun. He developed a following to the point where we were working this machine 4 days a week.
Wow.
We were the highest paid in the state. We even had the Dallas Symphony first chair violinist come in and fiddle Charlie Daniels with us. The devil went down to Georgia.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Went down to Georgia and fiddled along with the music. And then when it was time for the singing part to happen, he did all the fiddling where the singing would go. People were just packed in. I mean, it was unreal. And they came because of Bob, not because of me. And I mean,
so when did Bob shut himself off again?
When we adopted Isabella, she came with him. I was working then at Sally Mae during the day, and sometimes I'd go into Sally Mae. I was doing customer retention. Sometimes I'd go in at 9 o'clock in the morning and stay until 8:30 at night. Well, then they changed my schedule to where I didn't get off until 10:30 at night. So Bob would bring Izzy by and drop her with me. She was 6, and I would then take her home from there. And I would be with her then. And they said, or she said to me then, Mommy, I don't want Daddy working anymore. I said, do you like to wear clothes and have food? Yeah, but Mommy, why does Daddy have to work at night all the time? And then he comes home smelling like cigarettes, and he has to take a shower, and then the garage smells funny. I said, well, because I make him go straight to the garage, take off all of his clothes and put his shoes there until we get him aired out to the next time. So that's what she said. And Bob says, I can't work no more. She don't want me to work. I said, we can do that, but you know it's going to cut we lost about half our income when we did that. And I said, is it worth it? He goes, yeah, I'm getting tired of this too. It's a lot of work. I said, I know it's a lot of work. So we sold our complete system, everything but our name, which was funny. The guy didn't want the name. We sold it for more than what we paid for it. And we still have all the original CDGs that the karaoke came on. And we have rights to those. So
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm really glad that we did it that way, but we made some good money when we needed it. And because of her coming in, I needed to buy her a bed and all that stuff. We sold the equipment. We got rid of all of the problems and turned our whole life around. Well, at that point, Bob is not doing any kind of, work like that out in the public anymore. And you got to realize he's 77. I know he doesn't seem it, but he is 77. He's had 2 heart stents put in. He's had prostate cancer, and his family got a history of diabetes. So he's got to be careful with what he does. That's why I kind of chinked on him yesterday eating the candy.
Well, I'm hoping, Debbie, after yesterday,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that now that he will watch the show, he will get involved in some stuff and not,
You never know.
it's a lonely thing to just sit in the other room. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad the first time he poked his head around, to speak to me, he's little by little, he's coming back out of his spot of just, sitting in front of the computer. And what we'll have to do is I'll have to have an interview day one day and have Bob on so I can.
Oh boy. We'll see. Good luck. I love him to pieces, but he's become just, I don't know how to explain it. Just kind of like, I'm happy with where I am. It's good. He takes out the garbage. He does my dishes. I cannot believe the man is great at doing dishes. He does make sure that the lawn stays picked up and done. Sometimes our neighbor mows it. Sometimes Bob does. But he gets winded easy and he gets tired easy, and it makes him angry. And I understand that. So.
Yeah, because you still want to be able to do the things that you used to. And that's why yesterday at the lawyer's office, I broke down and cried. And I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I said, my son does I said, he does the laundry. He does. I said, I'm tired that I'm unable to do what I used to could do. And I said, and to think that I'm about to have to be there in front of a judge and the judge look at me like I'm just some fat, lazy woman that don't want to work. And I said, I'm tired of being tired. And I done got, I told Traci, I done got hyperventilating almost, I had a panic attack. And I got crying. And then when I start crying, then I try to stop because I'm like a crazy woman. And, I just said, I'm tired. So if the judge, has come across this for whatever reason, if somebody's, sent it to him, whatever, God has me where he wants me. And he brought me Traci, and he brought me he brought me Derek. And then from Derek, it was LizzAnn, and then Debbie. And you guys from other people, it's branched out. I have met, my goodness, Tommy and Destiny, and I don't want to leave anybody out. I mean, everybody in the chat right now, I am blessed. I am so blessed. And if I had stayed in my room, if I had not, listened when Dwayne was saying, come out of the shadows. Why are you sitting back there in the shadows?
And it's all your fault, Dwayne. It's all your fault.
And it did help. And like I told Casey, we're supposed to do, he did make the notation at what time is it? Okay. I know, Traci, you'll miss it today, but we're going to start in the creation, and we're going through the Bible again. That's a blessing. We had a year, me and my son, of going through the Bible. And now we're about to start over and doing things more in depth. And I'm excited. And I told him yesterday, because yes, he suffers with anxieties like I do. And I told him, I said, but you know what? I said, when you read the Bible, it makes me feel better.
Don't you find that it puts everything into perspective? We're not this big bubble. We're this itty bitty piece of sand. Let's look at the bigger picture and let go of the daily, everyday crap, because everyday crap means nothing. We've got a world that's in chaos right now. I mean, the whole world's in chaos. It's not just the states. It's not just all the politics. It's not all of that. It's not just our medical. It's the whole world's in chaos right now because of the energies that are out there. So because of that, we have to take a deep breath, step back, and to coin a phrase I've heard before, and I don't know who said it, but let go, let God, and get on with your life. Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
Thank you, Denise. And we love y'all, you too. And I'm, I'm glad that you know that you can reach out, through Facebook, and you can reach out to Traci or Debbie. They have Facebook. I don't know if you're on theirs. And yes, Dwayne, it's always the redhead's fault. It sure is.
My son's a redhead, so it's okay. But not always great. But
I think I need to get off and get myself together and get myself ready to go to the doctor because I'm feeling
real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
acknowledge it. It's okay.
I will.
I got things I've got to
send an IM on the Christian Womanhood later this afternoon to update you guys on what the doctor said, so you will know. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
I love you all.
Bye.
I love you, everybody in the chat. Have a great day.
Bye bye, honey. Well, that leaves us. Oh my goodness. I'm about ready though too to go.
Denise, Denise, I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell them how I feel. I'm going to tell them, I'm tired. It's been 4 years. I didn't walk out. When I walked out of work and the doctor told me, you can't work. And the day that I got my stuff up, I was at peace. And all right,
Are we going down?
Wait, no, hold on just a minute. Entertain while I get this.
Oh boy. Now she wants me to be an entertainer like I've done that a lot. Hey, Derek. NASCAR man's in the house. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. And CCC, good morning. Good morning to CCC. Good morning to you. Good morning to CCC. Good morning to you. No, we can't blame the pink-haired lady. Not one time. Not my fault. It was because I had an adoption. See, I remember I adopted Penelope. This is the reason that I went pink, guys, because her mommy died of breast cancer. So I understand that, Denise. Been there.
Oh, goodness, Dwayne. Derek, I've been singing your praises. I'm sorry.
He must have heard about it,
I know. Somebody said, you better get on Darlene's channel because she's talking about you. She loves you. I was. I'll just have to tell you, Derek. I was. Well, Cece, Cheryl.
I sung.
Where have you been? I have missed you. I have missed you. And sometimes when I see people in the different auctions, I will say, where have you been? Missed you, because I do. You get to, even if it's in the chat, you just get to know people because there's little things people chat and it's like, it's still talking to you. And Denise, I was wringing my hands yesterday. I couldn't keep it together. And so when I go on I think it's the 14th, I thought it was November 1st, but it's November 14th or something like that. I don't know. Oh, okay, Cece. But yeah, I'm uncomfortable now even thinking about it. So it's going to be very, very hard for me to do. Yeah, Denise, we have to go back and check the best way, when I'm not the one hosting, I go through and recheck everybody to make sure I'm still subscribe to him and make sure that I'm still getting notifications, because I haven't been getting notifications correctly.
I've done that too, and found that I have ended up with people that I thought I was subbed to and had been subbed to, and then all of a sudden I wasn't subbed. So it was something that YouTube was doing. I don't know why.
It is. I read about it. Oh, Denise, thank you. And you know, on the Porch Church Network on Facebook, if you watch those 10-minute little snippets of the 10 minutes, what they do is where they've taken different preachers or speakers, and some of them I know Joyce Meyer's voice, and then Casey recognized somebody else's voice, and I think John Hagee, I think one of them might be him, but the different things that they were saying. And it's not, you don't see them on the videos, you just hear them talking, but it was like God speaking to me, telling me, I'm here for you. Stop worrying. I put David up against Goliath, and and I have to stay positive. And this morning I went ahead and turned those on and let them keep playing. I've got to go to your channel again. I want to see what you've been doing. And what I'm working on is my 300 giveaway. And heck, I think now I'm at climbing over the 350 mark. I think I'm 354 or 364. I mean,
Traci just went to 301.
See, and it's
And
really not. I
went to 351.
Yay, you got over your 350.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll have to go back and see who did that.
So my thing is that I don't see it as a number as much as see it as people that have been touched somehow, that they said, hey, I think I want to sub to this person, and try to jump in sometimes and see what they're doing. And it's 10:16, so Casey is getting everything ready for Porch Church, and I'll have to take my stuff in there. But I got a new mouse yesterday, you guys, and it was not the one that like I had that's good for my hand, because I didn't care. I had to have a mouse.
I had a big mouse before, and I found that with my hands cramping, believe it or not, and I don't know why, but a smaller mouse works for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the one I had, I'm gonna paint it and make it look like a mouse. It was bigger, and my hand was able to rest on it.
Yeah. This is my bad arm that I use the mouse with. This is the one I broke. But even right now, having a smaller one is better for me because of the therapy it automatically does. See, I'm still not able to really close it completely because I can feel the stress, but it's helped me to get to the movement back. But my hands are not cramping, and it never did on the smaller mouse. On my bigger mouse, because I use the scroll wheel a lot, I think that's part of the problem.
See, I didn't use the scroll mouse, but my middle finger is my trigger finger. And so when it gets flared up, and it's been flared up past couple of days, and it doesn't need to, I don't know, the movement of my right hand is different. So, but I didn't care, and I wasn't going to pay $30 for a ergonomical mouse. Not right now. So I got a $6 one. It is working, and that's fine.
You guys doing resell, look for ergonomical mouses because you can pick them up for 50 cents. Get them to this lady right here.
Yeah.
Take care of her mama here. You're playing.
Oh, thank you. Well, dang, Cece. She's almost at 100.
Good.
So if anybody is not sub to CCC, which is Cheryl, go on and sub to her, you know, and I won't, and I don't care who drops links. I like for people to drop links and know that you're loved, and I'm not going to say, oh, you better not do that. And I'm also not a just for subs channel, and you guys know that. I'm for showing the love and appreciation one for another. And you know, another thing, everybody doesn't go to everybody else's channel. There's some that you know, that I don't go to, but hey, it's fine. If I go to a auction, somebody's auction, you know, I try to speak to everybody. I don't always get spoken back to. That's fine with me. But, you know, go to some of the other channels, you know, go to some of the art channels, the RV channels. You'll be surprised how much some of these people, some of their videos will just make you so relaxed by them riding in a boat. I watched somebody doing ATVs. They were just riding on the shoreline with their ATVs and had the camera on it. Oh my gosh, it took me back to when we used to go 4-wheel riding. Mm-hmm. And you know I couldn't do it now. There's no way I could extend my arms and use my hand like I used to. All right, Debbie, what you got to show? And then we'll. Oh,
Roby.
All right, Mama, your coffee's done. But I love you guys.
Love you too, baby.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Because, you know, yeah. God.
Dwayne is her 100th subscriber.
Yay!
Yay! See, things happen in this place.
See?
We have a very blessed place to be here. Think about it. Look at all the good stuff that happens here.
Look, Derek said the other day when we was like backstage, it was Tuesday. He said, I remember how excited you got when you just had 30. I said, I know, right? I said, and I would tell people, you guys, there's 30 people that like to hear me talk. What in the world? How could I just sit there and talk and people want to come back? And I said that 30 subs ago. And that's just been, let me see, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months. So I've been doing this 6 months. So anyway, well, everybody can say hey to MawMaw.
Hey, MawMaw, did you see this, Mama? Mama. Hey, girlfriend.
Wait. Let me
look at that pretty hair. Oh my goodness.
I told her it throws her back to the 30, like she's a 30-year-old.
Yes, I loved it.
I was so glad you were there. We had so much fun yesterday.
It was fun.
It was. I just couldn't stay for the whole thing.
And when I got home, I'm like, what? They're still going? And I was watching it. And then I got a ping from Debbie, and she showed me her, you know, her hair. And then in this lighting, because it's lighter in your room today.
Well, not really. It's the same lights I always have on. I just think it's my hair. It's reflecting or something.
It is. It's like
what does Ruby think about it?
This is what Ruby thinks of it.
Oh my goodness. Is she good?
He flew away again.
And you know, it still has that smell. You know, it's still for a few days will have that smell.
I don't have, for some reason, I don't have that ammonia smell on there. I was surprised. I thought I would, but she put a good sealer on it and it don't. But this bird does not like this hair. Watch this.
I'm going to take you, Kate. Casey will help get you to the car and then help you get out.
You won't feel like
You ought to be saying forcing her because she might not. Yeah, she might not. Wait, Cheryl said, yeah.
Bird don't like the hair. So now we all know Ruby doesn't like the hair, but that's okay.
Okay, you guys, we're going to shut down for the day, and I love all of you guys. Love you. All right, now we'll do the wave. The
rat wave.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
In the morning.
find it, I hadn't took away so long.
Did you hear what he